Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Miami's offense will have the first possession of the game. And here he comes, the guy who pulls all the strings in this attack.
I think what makes him so unique, he has such a good understanding of this offense. Always seems to know what the answer is to the test.
Always in control. The receivers know they're going to get the football. Everybody believes in this dude.
May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. And the ball is intercepted. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3 and out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really. By the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown 1 in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it, offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. See if the offense can overcome it. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. The Golden Hurricane offense gets its first crack in this game. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Tips, deflections, those are such good things for defense. A lot of times they lead to interceptions, big plays. Just try to get any kind of disruption you can.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He finds his man. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offensive success on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
He got it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tulsa. Follow the blocking. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody's still. And they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and he tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a man. It's Vic. Makes the grab.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a 1st down like they did right there.
Finds his big tight end. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his progression.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive game.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a 1st down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
It's on target and complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't do it. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, it's Vic. Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the stop, and that'll bring the 1st quarter to a close. That's the end of the period, and Tulsa has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. The Canes moving quickly to the line. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Defensively, man, I play so much more man coverage when it gets down near the red zone, down inside the 20-yard line, this area of the field. I got less space to cover. I don't have to worry about them running way down the field really deep, but I do have to worry about them finding ways to get wide receivers, tight ends, speed the ball on the perimeter. Defense was ready for it. Pretty good job by the defense.
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the... Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miami!
Make no mistake about it. Bring in the beef, right? Bring in all the extra offensive linemen, the tight end. You know what we're going to do. We're going to line up, and we are going to smash 4th and goal situation. They are successful playing a little bully ball with the big boys up front.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Almost had the completion, just missed it. They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Slips through the line. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you... Cover unit. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them.
Looking for the end zone. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there are so many festivities surrounding it, Jesse. What do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you have functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather, you get to meet the other team, there's some friendly competition. The biggest thing that stands out to me, though, was a street brawl against the Miami Hurricanes. Bourbon Street getting ready for the Sugar Bowl, about 120 feet. Hard to forget that.
On the move. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Yeah, at this point of the drive, 4th down and inches in your opponent's territory, you're trying to get into field goal range. You're just going to run the football. You're going to try to be more physical at the line of scrimmage. They were right there.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Give to the back. And the Canes will keep this drive going.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
This quarterback part of their running game. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane! The AT unit on the field. When the quarterback runs it, he's got the extra blocker, and I don't even know if he needed it. He just gashed them there.
Yeah, Reese. I mean, this offensive coordinator does a good job scheming ways to get this quarterback out into space with the ball in his hands. And when he's there, he can make people miss, and if he gets into the second level of your defense, that dude is gone.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
He'll try to pop the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. He'll run it again. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. This guy is a daring punt returner. For the fair catch, a solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The offense lining up for a first down play. Quarterback checking the play. He's looking to throw it. He's going for the big play. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, K. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
I like the slot receiver because it gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They'll throw it on first down. They're bringing heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And they are looking for a ball play that'll work, now facing second and long from the 19. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. He's got it. Good, solid tackle. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line.
The Hurricanes will take over.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive.
Gonna take a shot. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Miami! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And he made the extra point without problem. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very entertaining first 2 quarters of football in Annapolis and an intriguing military bowl. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Military Bowl.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Hurricanes will kick it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. And sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, David, there was some shouting going on. They need to get themselves motivated and ready to go because they're not out of this game.
Yeah, and when you get that shouting and you get the quarreling amongst each other, you get some motivation. You need something good to happen early. This first possession, get the football, go make something happen, create some momentum.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll test the right side. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill. He uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
On second down, he'll fire. Caught over the middle. It's Proctor. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Defense just didn't have an answer there on the slant throw. Once the completion was made, they just couldn't get to the ball carrier and get him down on the ground.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Gets rid of it. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw an interception, you turn the field position to the other side, create momentum immediately. This is an absolute disaster to start the second half.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Give to the running back. At the 45 on his way. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
Brings up third down.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Offense.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. He's looking downfield to throw. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And he hauls it in at the 30. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10.
42 Spider.
He wants to throw. Makes his connection. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Looking to throw, it's Vic. Setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. And the Canes will hustle to the line. Wide out in motion. On 2nd and goal, they believe he's got a nose for the goal line. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So it's an 80-yard drive, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. the offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That Kane defensive front is taking up residence in the backfield, and there are a lot of guys in the past who've done that.
So many great names, and we could go through Vince Wilfork and Jerome Brown and even some newer school guys too, Calais Campbell, but it's all big, strong suckers. Play the run, play the pass, versatile defensive line.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes the catch, and now looking for just
Tackle down at the 34.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Looking for a productive play on first down. Here's the handoff. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback will keep it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Canes are moving quickly down the field. They'll go to the ground. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He looks that one in nicely. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. On fourth down, looking for the completion. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. Finds the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. This Hurricane defense has been an impenetrable wall all day, not moving an inch against these guys.
And it's a complete effort, Reese. It's the front. It's the defensive line owning the work up front. It's the linebackers running. It's the secondary all working together. Reminiscent of the 2001 Miami defense. Under 10 points a game. Putting together a performance today.
Fires to the big fella. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. Comes out throwing on first down. Finds his target down the middle. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Tulsa wasting no time. They keep attacking through the air. Firing to the right, complete. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. They want to get this defense on its heels. I don't blame them. They're going to keep working this guy out of the slot until somebody finds a way to stop him.
Yeah, and why wouldn't you, man? You find a matchup that's working, and you got a guy with this kind of athletic ability in the slot, dude. Keep finding him, keep using different routes. So far, the defense doesn't have an answer for him.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. He's going to pass on second down. They're working that left side. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Finds his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to throw on second down. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. You still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
On to attempt to try. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He's like a loose boulder, just caroms his way to the 32. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Lining up to convert 3rd down. To the air, it's Vick. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th down. 2 for 3 so far in this one. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. It's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. The offense going to try again on another play. They'll just spike it on this one.
It leads to 2nd down.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Defense dropping into soft coverage. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a 1st down. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Tulsa wasting no time. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On fourth down, looking to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And the pass will be incomplete, looking for a little window dressing at the end, but the ball game is over. Well, how about this one? A fun one. These guys came in as underdogs, and they walk out as the winner.
They didn't care they were unranked. That's not what they were worried about. Oh, this team's ranked. They weren't looking at them any different. They were looking in to come in and get the W and execute. Great job believing they could come, Jesse, and knock them off.
Yeah, you're right, David. This team came in